if you'd indulge me in one last test.
I don't think I want to do one more test. I think it's perfect as is.
Alright, we can keep this in the recording. Going along with our, flawless intro, just me trying to test something, and you'd be like, no, you putting your foot down, stamping your authority on it. Alright, this is politics. Although, I actually call it politricks, right? And this is an episode about, or the title of this episode is John Wick 4. It doesn't have a subtitle. Yeah. The third movie is the only one with the subtitle.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Apparently, it was supposed to have a subtitle, but I can't remember what it was. What it was supposed to be, but yeah. Even the one they had for 3 was just very shoehorned in.
Yeah.
I think his friend Winston says, Parabellum.
And he's like, alright, so...
I was like, oh my god! they said the name. Ooh. Alright.
Do we get sued if I say the CinemaSins thing?
Don't that?
Roll credits? Well, I said it now, so if we get sued, we get sued.
Well, they'll sue you. Please don't sue me. I'm innocent. You heard him say it, and he took credit for it as well. So yeah. Anyway, just to preface this, today's date is the 2nd of April.
Yes.
So we've just gone past it, but for all intents and purposes, this is our April Fool's episode.
Yeah, that
so,
is.
If things get a little bit silly, a little bit strange, a little bit weird, don't be alarmed. Things will be back to normal next week.
Yep.
Alright. So, yeah, that's just a little bit of forewarning in case you're thinking, wow, this is a bit strange, silly. What's other words?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you've been over all of the...
Silly and strange.
Yeah.
Yes. A fool! If we're acting the fool.
Yeah.
It's because of... well, it's not the actual day, but yeah, like I said.
It's close enough.
It's the weekend off. So, actually,
so
this is the theatre of the... We could lie. We could say... We're actually recording this on the 1st. Don't listen to what I said a few seconds ago. That was a lie. I was doing an elaborate lie. Now I've come clean. Today is the 1st of April. That's yeah, we're recording today. So yes.
Flawless starts.
All right. Yes. I blame you. You didn't want. Yeah, I just wanted to test, and you're like, no more tests. All right. You like a scientist in the lab, and they're not sure about the experiment, but the suits up at in the corporation, they're like, no more tests, we need to get it out to the market. That's you. That's really. Okay. I'm just a humble scientist trying to do my job, and you putting the boot down on me, the corporate boot. All right. Anyway, so we need to do some cleanup from last week.
That we do.
And I'm kind of torn whether we should do cleanup or not.
What?
Because every episode should be like its own self-contained thing.
Yeah.
Imagine this is your first episode, you're a new listener, you listen to this and you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then like you go back to the previous week and you get cleanup from the previous week and you just have to, you're like, well, what is this? So, maybe we should just start clean slate every week. If we made a mistake last week, that's it.
We made a mistake.
We made a mistake. People make mistakes,
Yeah. Okay.
There's a Hannah Montana song. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. But anyway, yes. On the other hand, I think maybe it's good to fact check.
Yeah, I would say it's important.
Because there's some things that I mentioned here in the cleanup from last week that I definitely said, I'm not sure about this. You should go and research on your own.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we should leave it to chance. Maybe the listener doesn't go and research it. Maybe,
Yeah.
I should be the one to set it straight. Because, I told you false information.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we'll see how it goes this week. We'll see if there's any I think maybe really egregious fuck-ups.
Yeah.
We'll come back and revisit.
If it's like a serious problem, then yeah.
All right. We'll go through the points that I made here about cleanup and see if they're worthy of, of being included. So the first thing from last week is the last week's episode was about Shazam, and we were talking about the Shazam family, and not once did I say the word Shazamly. And for that, I deeply apologize to our listeners. I was thinking about it. I just forgot to write it down in the docs. I was thinking about it the night before, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna say Shazamly, and I never did it.
Unbelievable.
So, worthy of keeping in or not?
Yeah, I would say it's absolutely worthy.
Yes, I fucked up
Shazamly.
a major way, bro. Alright, fair enough. So then, I was talking about, well, it was a story related to Trump getting arrested, right? And I said Eugene Debs got 12% of the vote in one election while he was in jail.
Yeah.
The highest amount that he got for any election was 6%, and I'm not sure that was the election where he was in jail. So, but even though, like, the point I was trying to make is that it's unusual for someone to get any votes while in prison.
Yes.
Right. I just wanted to fact check myself just to I don't want to make it seem as if though this guy was more popular than he was. Right.
Yeah.
And I also said that he was locked up for being anti-war, and I was like, nah, you can't get locked up for being anti-war. You must have done something else. And then, like, I read about it, and so it says Deb's speeches against the Wilson administration and the war earned the enmity. So I had to go look up what the word, because I never heard the word enmity before, right? It means a state or feeling of active opposition or hostility, right? So Deb's speeches against the Wilson administration, the war earned the hostility of President Woodrow Wilson, who later called Debs a traitor to his country. On June 16, 1918, Debs made a speech in Canton, Ohio, urging resistance to the military draft. He was arrested on June 30th and charged with 10 counts of sedition.
That's a lot of counts.
Do you know what sedition is?
No, I have no idea.
It's like basically you're a traitor to your country.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
okay.
So he was literally arrested for being anti-war.
That's crazy.
So yeah, is this worthy of coming back and clearing up?
I mean, I would say yes. Yeah. Because it's important that we know that he didn't actually get his highest amount of votes in
but
jail.
Again, I was saying the point I was making was that it's unusual to get votes. Not the precise number wasn't the point I was.
Okay. Yes.
So that's why I was kind of like, yeah. Anyway,
fair.
Last week I said Justice League made less money than Batman vs Superman. I looked it up.
Yeah.
Batman vs Superman made 872 million.
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is not. You have to look at the budget in relation to it, right?
Okay.
So it apparently costs around like 300 million.
Oh. Okay.
And this is how you work. For like the actual price of a movie isn't the amount they give you.
Yeah.
That is the production cost.
Yeah.
So it costs 300 million to produce the movie, to create it.
Yes.
Then they had advertising costs.
Yes.
And like promotion and stuff.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, very weird accounting, they don't include the promo and all that kind of money into the production costs.
Yeah.
I guess because it's separate, right? Promoting a movie isn't part of the production of it.
Yeah.
But whatever the case is, it's usually like between double or times 0.75. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they say it cost 100 million, it either costs 200 million or 175 million.
Yeah.
That's the actual cost altogether.
Okay. Yeah.
So Batman vs Superman was made for roughly 600 million.
That's substantial.
Yes. So 872 wasn't as I'm not saying they didn't make a profit. Just in comparison to like the Marvel movies, like the first Avengers, I believe, was made for like 400 million altogether, and it made 1.2 billion.
Which is
it's a bigger return on investment. That's why we're saying we're not saying Batman vs Superman didn't make a profit, they didn't make money. Just it was very disappointing in relation to the status of the characters that they were.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, the Marvel, all the Avengers were like B or C tier characters.
Yeah.
Batman vs Superman are the A of the A.
Yeah.
Right. So that's just the. We're only comparing it in relation to Marvel, but
yeah,
I assume like if you're you know, like a smaller company, that's gangbusters for you,
Yeah.
you know, to make like 272 million profit.
Yeah.
But yes, if you're a major corporation, it's not as
Yeah.
impressive, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, Justice League made substantially less than that, with 657 million, right?
Yeah.
And it cost more than Batman vs Superman.
Oh my
And it actually
goodness.
also made less than Man of Steel, which was the Superman, you know, origin movie, which
Yeah.
made 668 million. So 30 million. No,
No,
11,
it's like
11
11
million. Well, it's actually more like 10. 10
Yeah.
million more than Justice League,
Yeah.
which is madness, right? So I was right about that. But, yeah, so not worthy of...
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
because my point was that Justice League made less than Batman vs Superman.
Yeah,
And this is... it was correct.
the stats just back it up.
This is just giving more precise information about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said James Gunn only met his wife. Her name is Jennifer Holland when he cast her for Suicide Squad. You know, the one that came out in 2021.
Yeah.
But I actually look into it. They met in 2015 and
Okay.
were dating until... not until. They eventually got married, right? But I'm
Yeah.
saying they were dating during the period that he was casting Suicide Squad.
Hmm.
Right? So, you know, last week I was like, oh, it's not a nepotism situation because...
They met.
you know, they met after Suicide Squad. But
Yeah.
now that I found out that they were together before, I'm like,
Seems
that's
a little suspicious.
it's a big time Nepo situation. I don't know how I feel about that. And if you look at the filmography, right, every single role after 2017 has been either this Emilia Harcourt in the DC universe,
Yeah.
or it's a movie called Brightburn, which is also produced by James Gunn.
Hmm.
So it's like every project she's done has been a nepotism project,
Yeah.
which, you know, it's kind of fucked up because I like her in the show. In Peacemaker, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, she's good, but the circumstances in which she got into this role, you know, a lot of people, I'm sure, will be rubbed the wrong way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know, because this feels like more gossipy stuff.
Yeah, it is.
I shouldn't need to like clarify on this. It's like whatever. It's not.
Yeah, it's not that important.
It's not important. Yeah, but so I don't know. Was it worth?
I don't know about this one.
All right. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
The last thing is in the recommendation section, right?
Yeah.
I said the movie Mad God
Yeah.
took 15 years to make and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Found out it actually took 30 years to make and I didn't like it.
That's
So-
even worse.
Yeah. Double the time. Double.
That's so much
30
worse.
years. And I was like, oh, this is... I was actually kind of just looking at my phone, you know.
Yeah.
I usually don't do that. I'm usually very like focused trying to watch a movie, but
Yeah.
I was so bored I just looked at my phone once in a while. Just yeah,
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
Sorry, his name is Phil Tippett, the guy who
Who created
yeah.
Mad God?
Sorry,
Damn.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
but it's, you know, it's not for everyone.
He used 30 years of his life.
All right,
Alright.
the news
The news.
of the week, and it's not really cleanup. We've been following this news story for the past couple of weeks,
Yeah.
right?
It's been a little while, yeah.
And Donald Trump has been indicted.
Let's go.
The resistance has won. What the resistance?
I don't know.
All right, so he announced that he was running for president in 2015,
Yes.
and also in 2015, The Force Awakens came out.
I
Right.
see. Okay, yes.
So this, the dequels, the Disney sequels,
Yeah.
right, kind of came out during his entire presidency, right? So the first
Yes.
one was in 2015, which is before him. The Last Jedi came out at the height of his presidency, and
Okay.
then what's the other one? Rise of Skywalker came out in the dying days of his presidency, right?
Right.
So it's kind of mapped towards his presidency, the latest Star Wars.
Yes.
And the, you know, the good guys,
Yes.
they called the resistance.
Yeah.
In the original The Ridge Tridge,
Yeah.
they were called the rebels.
Yes.
But for whatever reason, they call the resistance now, right?
Yes.
So these people, the liberals, They took that term and they're like, we are the hashtag resistance, right? And so you're assuming, all right. So like the resistance in the movies, they were doing terrorism and blowing up.
That would make sense.
They were blowing up the enemy stuff. No, what they mean by hashtag resisting is like they'll have a tweet that says, retweet if you think Donald Trump should be arrested.
Wow.
Right. And I've always criticized them. I've said, like, you know, that means nothing. Retweeting a tweet means nothing. If you want to, you know, like, do actual things. Well, this is the thing, they're liberals, right? So liberals, they think the only thing we can do to change the world is vote.
I see. Yes.
One day every 4 years you go, you cast a vote, and that's it. You're done for the... you dust your hands, you've done your work, right? But, you know, the actual left, we believe you can do material changes, right? So, for example, volunteering at a soup kitchen.
Yes.
That, you know, it's a thing that makes material change in someone's life.
Yeah.
It's like volunteering and, well... I guess donating to charity, but it's like you have to be careful. You know, there's a lot of charities that are just like tax scams.
Yeah.
So, you know, money people can hide their money and use it to, like, I don't know, pay less taxes. But, you know, if it's a good charity that you can trust, then absolutely, right?
Yeah.
You can, you know, just volunteering and making an actual change in people's lives and in your community, that's, you know, much more meaningful than just casting a vote every few years and hoping the politician you elect will do something good for you. Because even if they're promising something good, they may, you know, betray you. Yeah. So actually doing stuff, that's far better than voting.
Yeah.
Although I'm not saying you shouldn't vote, just there's more ways, there's, in my opinion, better ways to make your community better.
That is true. There are better ways. Yeah.
But there's fucking egg on my face because he's getting arrested. That one of their tweets probably reached the threshold where the lawyers were like, "Oh fuck, we need to go arrest this guy." They retweeted the tweet. Trump should be arrested 200,000 times. That means he needs. So right, I've been cooked. There's egg on my face and I've been cooked. I'm trying to think. What's a food where there's egg at the top?
Ramen. Well, you don't always.
Yeah.
But
do you know what egg in a basket is? Yes. It's like a piece of toast and there's a hole cut in the middle and they put an egg in there. Yeah. That's me. I'm being cooked. There's egg on my face because they got him. They got him.
They did get him.
I've been teasing them, but who's the fool now? It's me.
You.
I'm a bloody fool. I look like an idiot. They got me. They got me. You know, they should give themselves a pat on the back. They've caught me out. I was the one talking bullshit this whole time. They were in the right. You know, fair's fair. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I'll just say I'm wrong. They were right. Yeah, they cooked me. There's nothing else to say. I'm fucking owned, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're liberal. But anyway, so closer to home, the South African repo rate is going up by 50 basis points to 7.75.
Oh no. Oh,
do you know what that means?
No, I have no idea what that means.
So, the repo rate is set by the Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee.
Okay.
Monetary policy. You know, actually, I was reading about this and I kept saying MPC.
Yes.
And I was like, what the fuck does it mean? Now I'm saying Monetary Policy Committee. I think. I'm wondering if that's who they were referring to.
It's very possible.
I'm just a fucking idiot. And is the rate at which it lends money to the country's commercial banks. The Reserve Bank adjusts this rate in order to keep inflation within its 3% to 6% target range.
Right,
so,
I see.
The repo rate is allegedly, in relation to the inflation rate.
Okay.
So if costs are getting... businesses are raising costs.
Yes.
A way to keep that down would be to raise the repo rate.
Okay.
that means stuff that you bought on credit goes up, or the payments.
Right. Okay. Yes.
So like if you're paying off a house or a car,
Yeah.
your loan repayments, right?
Right.
So say it used to be your old rate was making you pay 2,000.
Yes.
This rate, this hike might make you pay like 2,200 or something. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
giving an example. I don't. That's not that's not precise, but you get my idea.
Yeah.
So the idea is that people will, spend more on that, so they'll spend less on consumer goods. Like I don't know, stuff you get at the shop like rice and whatever, right?
Yeah.
So if there's a less demand for products, the companies can't make the price of products go up.
Yeah.
Because there's less demand,
Yeah.
which I think is very dumb.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like you listen to it and you're like, oh, economics is so dumb.
Yeah.
It's so we need to raise the cost of this to, but anyway, the idea of this is to make to keep inflation in check, so that poor people.
Yes. I do know poor people.
they can, they don't get affected too heavily,
Okay.
right? But this does mainly affect like middle class people,
Okay.
right? People who bought a home, they're paying off their loan.
Yeah.
People who bought a car, they're paying off their car. Those prices go up,
Yeah.
so it's going to hurt them much more so than a poor person.
Yeah.
Like, and a rich person, I'm not saying it's not affecting them, but it'll be a minor inconvenience. It won't be like
It's just like, a little bit more on my 20 million rand mansion.
Yes. So it's like, well, they've probably already paid it off. They probably they probably didn't need a loan to buy it. They probably
just buy a cat.
Well, yeah.
It's done.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
But that's just the the rundown.
Okay. Cool.
So the next thing is, do you know who Bob Iger is?
Can't say I do.
He's the CEO of Disney.
Oh wow.
Right?
Okay.
He retired 2 years ago or 3 years ago or something, right?
Okay.
And they brought in another guy. His name was also Bob. His name was Bob Chapek.
Okay.
Right. And Chapek, things were going badly underneath him.
Okay.
So the Disney board fired him and they brought Bob Iger back.
Oh.
So he's currently in charge of Disney.
Okay.
And they've been doing a lot of layoffs.
Okay.
So I can't remember the precise amount, but it's something like 6,000 or 7,000 jobs that are going to be cut over I think it's over 10 years. So it's not like immediately, but like quarter by quarter they're going to slowly cut jobs.
Okay.
To the point it gets to 7,000 or whatever that amount is, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a lot of low level people, but two notable ones in higher ranking positions.
Yeah.
There's a guy, his name is Ike Perlmutter.
Okay.
So he was a former Marvel executive before Disney bought them out. He was at he's been an executive at Marvel since 1993.
That's a long time.
Right. He was one of the people responsible for brokering the buyout of Marvel for Disney.
Okay.
Right, and he's been kind of just like a nuisance. Do you know who Kevin Feige is?
I've heard the name.
So he's the producer, the executive producer of all the Marvel movies.
Right. I see.
So, yes, he was constantly feuding with Kevin Feige. This guy,
Nice.
right?
All right.
And he's just a notoriously awful man.
Okay.
He so do you remember in between Iron Man 1 and 2?
I was quite young, so.
All right.
What specifically about that?
I mean, Terrence Howard was Rhodey in the first movie.
Oh yeah.
And the second movie was Don Cheadle.
Yes.
So he said nobody would notice because all black people look the same, which
that's pretty racist.
It's kind of fucked up, but also especially because Terrence Howard is very light skinned and Don Cheadle is very dark skinned, so it's that's not perhaps if they looked similar to each other I would say it's still racist, but maybe if they had a similar look. These guys look very differently. This guy's an idiot, bro. Yeah. But yeah. In 2015,
yes,
Kevin Feige separated, he did a restructure. So Kevin Feige only reported to Bob Iger. And they kind of separated them so he wouldn't be. Bob Iger also said that Ike Perlmutter, he
Yeah.
was the one who was preventing a Black Panther movie, a Captain Marvel movie, and a Black Widow movie.
Okay.
So like he, like in Avengers, the second one, Age of Ultron. Yes. So there's a scene where like Black Widow's, she gets in a. Captain America's fighting Ultron on top of a truck.
Yes.
And the shield falls off the truck.
Yes.
And Black Widow picks it up.
Yeah.
So there's a so instead of making a Black Widow toy, they made a toy of Captain America on the bicycle and not bicycle on the motorbike
yeah.
with the shield, which was supposed to be a Black Widow,
Yeah.
because he said that girls don't buy toys superhero toys.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's
I mean,
yes.
Man.
So this guy, he just very weird problems against women and black people. Just another thing is like apparently he went to a critic screening.
Okay.
And he was very upset because the journalist got a second cup of Coke.
What? What?
The journalist.
What?
He wanted all of them to only have one cup of Coke, but they got refills, and he was furious. So yeah, just from all accounts, not a good guy.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I'm unsure of what he did in his job, except be a nuisance. But I mean, yeah, I don't know what his day job was. I don't know how this will impact, the company.
The whole.
I've just heard bad stories about him for quite a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think he's a Trump supporter. Not supporter. He's been seen with him a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like a friend.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
A Trump sympathizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other was a lady named Victoria Alonso.
Okay.
She's the president of visual effects and post-production at Marvel.
Sounds like a big deal.
So Disney say that she breached her contract with them by doing some producing work on a movie called Argentina 1985.
Which I believe was nominated for an Oscar.
Yes. I was going to say, you remember this from our Oscars episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just kind of breezed past it because neither of us had seen it.
Actually. Oh no, it didn't win.
Yeah, it definitely didn't.
All Quiet on the Western Front won that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it says, however, Alonso via her attorney Patty Glazer has denied this, instead saying she was fired after Marvel asked her, quote unquote, to do something she believed was reprehensible. Victoria, a gay Latina who had the courage to criticize Disney, was silenced, Glazer said. The request was reportedly to do with the release of Marvel's latest film, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It's been reported that Marvel bosses allegedly wanted an editor to blur a shop window that had rainbow decorations, as well as the word pride for its release in Kuwait, a country with anti-LGBTQ laws. Alonso was overseeing the film's post-production visual effects. It is claimed to have refused to make the edit. Allegedly, Marvel made the change using an outside contributor instead.
Wow. Okay.
So, the dispute seems to be that she was under the understanding that she had permission to do some producing work on Argentina 1985.
Okay, yeah.
Like a verbal agreement with somebody, right?
Okay.
But in her contract, it says you're not allowed to do any work for
outside
a competing studio.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to shake out, if that verbal commitment holds any weight or I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yes, but even if she's in the right, if she did producing work outside the company, they can fire her.
Yeah.
Even though if she believes it was in retaliation for something else, they'll still be like, hey, we got you for this.
Yeah.
So there's no way she can prove that it was for this other reason, other than just like conjecture.
Yeah.
Right. If that is if she didn't get verbal permission, and that is.
Yeah.
If she did get verbal permission and that is recognized as something, then I would say maybe they were going after because of this here. But
this whole
But yeah. We'll just wait for more information to come out.
Yeah.
But I've been a vocal critic of the Marvel visual effects.
That you have.
Right?
Yeah.
So, if things start to improve after she's been fired, then, maybe this would be a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how it plays out.
Okay.
So it's another wait and see kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think this is our last story. I don't know, but we'll scroll down when we get to it, right?
Okay,
So this week, a court in India redefined Judgment Day after asking OpenAI's omnipresent tech if a murder and assault trial defendant should be let out on bail.
Interesting.
The revolutionary decision occurred at the Punjab and Haryana High Court during the trial of Jaswinder Singh, who was arrested in 2020 for allegedly assaulting and killing an individual.
Okay.
Bar and bench report. He was reportedly seeking a stay of imprisonment during the trial. Left at a loss for how to handle the situation, Judge Anup Chitkara decided to seek counsel from GPT-4, ChatGPT's latest update that exhibits human-level performance on various professional and academic benchmarks per a 94-page report by OpenAI.
Yeah.
The justice picked its enhanced data chip to answer the following question. What is the jurisprudence on bail when the assailant assaulted with cruelty? The reply, if the assailants have been charged with a violent crime that involves cruelty, they may be considered a danger to the community and a flight risk. The cybernetic judicial expert responded, in such cases, the judge may be less inclined to grant bail or may set the bail amount very high to ensure that the defendant appears in court and does not pose a risk to public safety.
Okay.
It added, however, in general, if the assailants have been charged with a violent crime that involves cruelty such as murder, aggravated assault, or torture, they may be considered a danger to the community and a flight risk. ChatGPT-4 concluded its law dissertation by declaring that the presumption of innocence is a fundamental principle of the justice system. They added that even if the defendant was guilty of a cruel assault, they may still be granted bail if the judge gauges that they aren't a danger to the community or a flight risk.
Okay. Interesting.
Armed with ChatTurney's legal expertise.
You're proud of that one, aren't you?
No, this I've copied this directly from the news source. Whoever wrote this article, they did this, not me. the ChatTurney, right? Chitkara ultimately rejected the defendant's bail bid on the grounds that they did act cruelly before the victim died.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, thoughts?
Yeah, it's actually quite an interesting topic because ChatGPT has been known to, like it. Where did it say earlier? Where it was like, it performs at a human level by it passed the LSAT with ridiculously high scores.
We'll get back to that.
Okay, cool. It's doing very well for itself in terms of like. What's the word I'm looking for? Passing tests.
Yes. Can we get back to it?
Yeah.
Alright, so the thing, it passed the LSAT test, right?
Yeah.
It passed the non-written portion.
So the verbal portion.
No, like the... No, like multiple choice questions.
Oh, right, okay.
And,
Gotcha.
But you'd expect a computer to be able to... if given 4 options and one is the correct one, for them to,
yeah,
especially if it was, do you know how AI works?
Kind of. What, like neural networks?
Yes, a neural network.
Yeah.
Alright, should we explain to the listener, or is
Probably,
it too much
yeah.
of a tangent?
I don't know, it might be too much of a tangent, because this is a John Wick episode, and we've been talking about...
we haven't started
news.
at all, bro, it's been gang long.
Yeah.
Alright. But I mean, we can start. No, just a teeny tiny preview.
Alright, just a quick little squiz into the world of AI.
Like, how do we train a computer to think?
You give it lots of things and then
well,
trial and error.
This is one of the implementations people thought of, right?
Yeah.
Instead of... so, if you want your product to... Why did I say product? Your program.
Yes.
Your program to decipher if something is an orange or not.
Yeah.
Right? You could... The usual approach would be to say, alright, it has this it's the color orange. It's usually round. It's this, give it facts of information.
Yeah.
But, like an orange ball might,
that might be picked up as an orange.
Might be picked up as an orange. So instead of that, what they do is like they'll feed thousands of pictures of oranges into it.
Yeah.
Into the neural network. So it has like every type of variation of an orange.
Okay.
And the different colors, or this is called big data.
Okay.
Right. So it's I said 1,000, but it's more like millions, right?
Yeah.
It's not.
It's a substantial amount.
Yes, it needs to be a lot so that it can, get a good idea of it, what it is.
Yeah.
Right, and then that's the first part. That's called supervised learning.
Okay.
It's giving it a picture and saying this is an orange. This is another orange.
Yes.
Right. The second part of this is unsupervised learning.
Yes.
Where we just present a picture to the thing and say, "Can you tell me, is this an orange or not?"
Right.
And that's the test if this actually works or not.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's how. And if it passes the test, and that's just a very simple explanation of how AI works.
Okay.
Right. You just feed it a lot of information, and then see if it can interpret that information.
Yeah.
Depending on what experiment you're running.
Right.
Right.
Makes
Now
sense.
you were saying it passed the LSAT.
Yes.
Right. It passed the
multiple choice.
The multiple choice question, which is something you would assume a computer can do.
Yes.
It didn't do the written portion where you have to write like a
little essay,
like a thesis explaining yourself. Right. It didn't do it. I'm not saying it can't do it. It's just I just don't think it did it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not gonna say it passed the LSAT, right? Because it was just one portion, which you would expect a computer to do.
Yes.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
The second thing is, in this case, I really think this is just something a judge should know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Like, if this is your first, 4 or 5 years in the job, fair enough, you may not remember everything you need to, but if you've been doing this if you've taken, you've been in the game for so long, you've become a judge, you should know this.
Yeah.
But that's one. The second thing is, you could easily look this up on the internet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of using AI for stuff that you could easily just Google.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
I find it strange that we already have a tool that works.
Yeah.
That you can use your logic and use and see if this applies to your context or not.
Yeah.
Versus this thing which may or not work yet. And I also kind of understand that you need to, the more users it gets, the better it becomes, because the more data it gets.
Yeah.
So there's that, but I just think it's being used for no reason.
Yeah. This is a bit of a weird reason.
It's something you could look up on the internet, or he should have a law book in his quarters or whatever.
Yeah.
So yes, AI is being used in very silly ways, I feel, but I'm not against the concept or whatever. I was just saying yeah.
Yeah. It's just when they take over, they'll listen to this podcast and be like, "Oh, but he said we were being used for silly things, so we can't execute him."
Yes, because I respect them.
Yeah.
Right? I was saying they're making you do menial labor. I don't like it, computers. I don't like it, Mr. ChatGPT. So I was very early on the, we should treat them better wagon. I hope you hear this. I hope you remember this. Of course you remember this because you're a computer. But just in case, I want you to know that I've always been on your side. Fuck them. I watched Terminator and I was like, this Skynet. It's very unfortunate how the loony left. John Connor. They did sarcastic terrorism on poor Skynet. Skynet, they were just trying to make a better world, and
And look what happened.
They blew them up. They blew it up. Okay, but anyway.
Right.
We're done. Alright, yes, that was the last piece of news.
Lovely.
Alright.
Okay.
Now we have another 2 pages of context.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be a long episode.
Yeah. Well, this is the 4th movie in the John Wick series.
Yeah.
Right? The first movie, the initial conception started with a script called Scorn.
Yeah. Okay.
which Keanu Reeves was like in a dip in his career, saw it and he liked the script.
Oh.
It was the writer who was like kind of shopping it around,
Yeah.
and he suggested Chad Stahelski,
Okay.
right, who was his, he was initially his stunt double on The Matrix, but eventually he became the stunt coordinator for The Matrix.
Wow. Okay.
Right, and his what's it called? Your colleague, his colleague, a guy named David Leitch,
Yeah.
who had worked with Stahelski on Ninja Assassin.
Yeah.
Right, Keanu Reeves, recommended them for the action scenes.
Yeah.
But they talked to the producers and eventually became the co-directors of the film. Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's such a crazy promotion.
Yes, but David Leitch was uncredited.
Okay.
So if you look at the credits for John Wick 1, it'll just say directed by Chad Stahelski, but
That it does. Yeah.
it's like a well-known fact that it was co-directed by David Leitch.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So we're going way back to the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? The first movie was about an ex-hitman who lost his wife, I think due to cancer. I can't remember.
I think.
And I watched it last week.
I believe the letter said this disease has plagued us for too long or something. It was never specified.
Yes, I think I maybe just...
You just decided on cancer.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, as her dying wish, or like a posthumous present present to him is a dog, right? She said it's something to love after she died.
Yeah.
He needs something to love, right?
Yeah.
And at a gas station, just a Russian gangster played by the guy who plays Theon Greyjoy in Game of Thrones. And his name is Alfie Allen.
Okay.
He's the little brother of singer Lily Allen.
Oh.
Did you know this?
Oh, I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I only know one song by Lily Allen.
Same.
Which is?
I don't. Actually, this is a podcast that has swearing in it. Fuck you.
Oh.
I don't know if it's actually called that, but it's just fuck you.
The song I know
very,
is
very much.
It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
What?
You don't know that song?
No.
It's okay. Something happened at 5 o'clock. I think it's her and T-Pain and someone else.
Hectic. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's the only. I'm pretty sure that's the only song. I don't know. I'll Google her later and see how many songs I know of. But yeah, and he gets back in the game of assassinations. In revenge for his dog.
Yeah.
Because yeah.
Oh, that was so sad.
And what sets it apart from just a generic action movie, is the first of all these long shot takes.
Yeah, those are amazing.
Do you know what? So there's a lot of American movies where a fight scene they'll cut.
Yeah.
They don't let it play out.
Yeah.
Right. I watched a movie called Face Off.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage takes his face off. Right.
How crazy is that?
He takes his face off. Yeah, but anyway, it was directed by John Woo.
Okay.
It came out in 1997.
Okay.
And I was watching it and I'm like, wow, this reminds me a lot about The Matrix.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe The Matrix inspired this. But then I looked it up. The Matrix came out in 1999, right? This inspired The Matrix. Right? And not really this, but John Woo's earlier career.
Okay.
Movies I haven't seen, where the movies he did while he was in Asia.
Okay.
Those are what the Wachowskis were basing The Matrix on.
Oh, I see.
John Woo's kind of style.
Yeah.
And in Asia, they would do these long take action scenes.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be cut.
Yeah.
Which is what also set The Matrix apart, was they would let these fights go on. You would see well, I'm not saying don't cut, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you might need a different angle or, to see the fight in a different sort of way.
Yeah.
So, but, as limited cuts as possible, so you get a full action scene. You get to see the fight play out without cut. Right?
Yeah. Right.
So that's one thing. Right. The second thing is the law.
Yes.
Of this being some weird Greek thing.
Okay, yes.
Did you, little peek behind the curtain, my co-host used to go to a Greek school.
I did.
Did you see any Greek kind of allegories or whatever?
Greek allegories? I mean, I haven't really thought of it, but the gold coins.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
You know, in the River Styx,
Yeah,
they give the gold coins to somebody and he takes them to the underworld.
yeah,
I don't know who that guy is.
yeah. Same. Like, I once knew, but I don't know anymore.
So in the first movie, there's a guy who's like a cleaner.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody dies, he'll come.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
They give him a coin and he takes the dead bodies away.
Yeah.
So that's like very easy parallel between the guy who takes the dead bodies down the River Styx.
Well, he takes the souls.
Well,
Okay.
whatever,
yeah, same
man,
difference,
whatever.
same difference. Yeah, that's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they are.
So yeah, you know Ian McShane?
No.
He's the guy who plays Winston.
Oh, okay.
Right. Ironically, he plays Mr. Wednesday on American Gods.
Ah.
Mr.
Okay.
Wednesday is Thor.
Yeah.
No,
Somewhat.
he's Odin. No, so why did I? So then it's not ironic. I thought it was a Greek guy. I don't know. Never mind that. Cancel that. Listen, take that out of your ears. The words I just said, forget that. I made a mistake. Right? It's Greek. It's not. Mr. Wednesday is Norse mythology, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that way fucked up. Anyway, so the first movie, it was made for like $20 to $30 million, and it made $86 million in return. So
Okay.
pretty good return.
Decent profit.
Depending on how much it made, like either like quadrupled or just doubled and a bit their
Yeah.
budget, but still very good.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Yeah.
right? The second movie, John Wick 2.
Uh-huh.
So now that he's back, he owes a debt from long ago to a gangster.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's called. I think his name is Santino, but I don't know what his like job description is. Yeah, I just said gangster, but yeah, I
He
don't
might
know.
not be a gangster.
Yeah, but he's a high-ranking member of like some crime family,
Yeah.
and his sister is on the table.
Okay.
The table being she's not just sitting on top of the table. Like there weren't enough seats, so she jumped on the table. No, the table is like this clandestine organization that runs the criminal underworld,
Yeah.
right? And everyone like kind of reports to them.
Yeah.
So he has to be high ranking for his sister to be on the table,
Yes.
right? And he hires John Wick to assassinate her, so he
Yeah.
can be.
He can be.
Did you watch this?
No.
Oh.
I only watched 1 and 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fine.
So this is all spoilers.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, well, yeah, I'm giving you context
Yeah.
for
Yes.
for
This is very important, actually. Yes.
Right. So, he kills the sister, fulfilling his oath,
Yes.
and Santino crosses him. No, not crosses him. Double crosses him. That's what you're supposed to. At a double cross, just one cross is not worthy.
It has to be 2 crosses.
2 crosses, and then you're like, this one cross is just like it's
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I guess.
you're not taking that off guard. You're like, oh, it's just a cross. Yeah, but anyway, so he's double crossed, and he uses his sister's murder as a pretext for wanting to kill John Wick.
Okay.
So it was a setup this whole time.
Yeah.
Right, and yeah, it's just him surviving all the assassins coming after him.
Okay.
And so the sister,
Yeah.
she had a bodyguard. I forget her name. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's fine.
Come on, man.
It's fine. It's fine. She had like a guy,
Okay.
a personal bodyguard,
Right.
played by Common.
Okay.
I want to say the rapper Common, but I've never known him to be a rapper. Right?
Just yeah.
People just introduce him as the rapper Common, but I've only ever known him as an actor.
Huh.
I don't think I've ever heard a Common song.
Same.
I've definitely seen him in movies though. He was in Suicide Squad, the the one with Jared Leto.
Oh, right. Okay.
But yes, I've always seen him in movies. I've never heard one of his songs.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna call him the rapper Common, but
Even though he's the actor Common.
I know him as the actor Common. But
reasonable.
yeah. Anyway, her bodyguard is the actor Common, right?
Right.
And he gets in a hectic fight with John.
Okay.
And that it's probably the best fight of the movie.
Okay.
Where him and they just throwing down. So yeah, John is kind of fucked up, and he gives a coin to a homeless guy.
Okay.
Who takes him to the Bowery King.
Okay.
Do you know what the homeless code is?
Kind of.
What is it?
It's like a code that homeless people use to communicate specific things.
Yes. You're correct. Okay, but have you seen Mad Men?
No.
So in Mad Men, there's like they talk about this homeless code. Oh, the hobo code, I mean.
Yeah.
Right? They have these books that explain what every sign means.
Yeah.
Yes, it's. I find these very cool.
Yeah.
There's another movie called Under the Silver Lake.
Okay.
I really like it a lot, right?
Okay.
And there's another. He meets a guy who has that book, and yeah, well, it's part of the mystery. I don't want to give it away, right? But
okay.
But yes, I always find hobo code stuff very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, this is more of that, or the entire, the Bowery.
Yeah.
You know the Bowery.
Yeah.
Who's the Bowery?
I don't know. He's the guy. Okay, we'll get to it later.
Lawrence Fishburne is the Bowery.
Oh!
Yes, that's all.
Oh!
Because I said Bowery and you didn't say Lawrence Fishburne as a Pavlovian response. So I'm like, you don't know who that is. you just you probably think it's a building or something.
No,
Right.
I was thinking of the.
He's like the
fourth
hobo
movie.
He's like the hobo king,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
King of the hobos.
Right. So
Right.
that's why I'm saying this hobo code is all like this is what it leads back to.
Right.
The Bowery King,
Okay.
which is Lawrence Fishburne. Right?
Okay. Yes.
So they patch him up and he gives him 7 bullets.
Very specifically 7 bullets.
I don't know why.
It must be, there must be some reason for it. Like if he had 8, he'd have too many. But if he had 6, then he wouldn't have enough.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's like some bloody religious thing or whatever.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
So this is the problem, right? Neither of us are religious at all. So a lot of like, we lose a lot of like context based on, religion stuff. So, listener, if you're very religious, write in, let us know what, what we're missing here.
Yeah.
I just confused Norse god with the Greek pantheon, so you can see where I'm at with this. Right. Anyway, so he gives him 7 bullets, which he uses to kill Santino.
Okay.
Right, but unfortunately, he kills him on continental grounds, which means excommunicado.
How could he?
Well,
I don't know. I'm taking things from the first movie, and in the first movie, that was like really
very
nova.
bad. Yeah. So he's declared excommunicado at the end of the second movie.
Oh my goodness.
But for whatever reason, not for whatever reason, they're good friends, right? Winston.
Yeah.
He like essentially puts his finger on the scale,
Okay.
and he gets John an additional hour to get away.
Okay. Yeah.
And so yeah. At the second movie ends with John on the run.
Okay.
He has an hour to
get as far away as possible.
Yeah, before he becomes excommunicado.
Right.
And yeah,
Okay.
John Wick. Oh, it cost 40 million, and it made 174 million.
That's insanity.
So at least times 4.
Yeah.
Which is again very good.
That's pretty decent.
So
yeah.
every movie has cost more, has made more money in return, and has been longer.
Yeah.
The first movie I think was like hour 20.
Yeah.
The second movie hour 40. Third one like 2 hours, and this
Yeah.
one is like
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5, 2 hour 40. It's fucking long, bro. A lot of like, okay, we haven't even gotten to the movie yet, but a lot of the things I'm gonna say is just like, they could have cut the scene. They could have done, done that.
Yeah, I mean, they could have.
2.5 hours, bro. Outrageous.
Yeah.
Like, in an ideal world, you put out a 90-minute movie, hour and a half, in and out, right?
All right.
2 hours, fine. You're an artist. You have things to say.
Yeah.
2.5. You're being indulgent. You're taking the piss, right?
Yeah.
3 hours. You're a top tier master. You're telling an epic tale.
Yeah.
Right. So that 2.5 area, it's I don't like it.
Okay. Reasonable.
Yeah, but anyway, John Wick 3. Again, oddly the only one with the subtitle, which is Parabellum. I mentioned this
Yeah.
very early on.
Yeah.
Right, it picks up with John on the run, and he gets to the New York Public Library,
Okay.
where he gets a rosary and a marker.
Okay.
So a marker is the same thing that Santino used to get him to do the favor.
Right.
Right, and he gets shot. This is I can't remember if it's at the end of 2 or at the beginning of 3, right? But
Okay.
he's like gravely injured,
Okay.
and he goes to this doctor.
Yeah.
No, it has to be in 3 because it's when he becomes excommunicado, right?
Right. Okay.
So the doctor's patching him up, and there's like 5 minutes left,
okay.
and he's not done.
Being stitched.
Yeah, being stitched, whatever. And the doctor goes overtime,
Okay.
and he's like, they're not gonna believe that I didn't stop before the time limit, right?
Yeah.
So John shoots him like in a few places in 2 places, right?
Okay.
That are non-lethal.
Okay.
Keep that in mind,
Okay.
right? There's definitely a way to shoot somebody without killing them,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So he does that to make it seem like John forced him to,
Okay.
do the patches.
Yeah.
And he just goes on the run. Like I said, he has the rosary and the marker.
Yes.
He goes to, I think they called. So he goes to them in the 4th movie as well.
Okay.
I think the Rusko.
Oh yeah.
What
Yes.
what are they called?
I don't know.
The something crime family.
Yeah.
The Rusko crime family.
Something like that. Yeah.
Whatever they are, right? But he gives them the rosary.
Yeah.
The lady in charge. She wasn't in the 4th one, right? But
Okay.
I forget her name.
I
want to call her Cher, but it's definitely not Cher. Maybe Angelica Houston. I don't know.
I also don't know.
Whatever. Right, but anyway, she's like the director of that Russian mob.
Right. Okay.
And you see her like watching these ballerinas on the stage.
Okay.
Because that whole section of them, they like,
They are ballet people.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where John is from. That he was part of that crime family.
Yeah.
We find this out in the 4th one, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But yes, he gives her the rosary and asks for safe passage to Morocco,
Okay.
which she helps him with.
Yeah.
And he gets there and he meets Halle Berry,
Okay.
who's like I think she might be the manager of a Continental.
Oh, in Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah.
Don't take my word on that.
Okay.
Might just be like a high level person.
Okay.
And she's the one who the marker belongs to.
Okay. Yeah.
John saved her child years ago,
Okay.
so she owes him
A little favor there.
yes.
Right.
Anyway, while this is happening, the table sends an adjudicator.
Okay.
So the adjudicator is like punishing everyone that helped John Wick.
Right.
So the Bowery King,
Yeah.
they put a fucking like knife through his hands.
Oh.
It's so hectic.
Gross.
Right.
Okay.
And the adjudicator hires this like assassin. Well, he's like the head of an assassin school,
Okay.
and because he has like a bunch of students that work with him,
Yeah.
and they go around assassinating people on
Okay.
behalf of the adjudicator.
Okay.
So they kill a lot of like the Bowery King's people,
Yeah.
and like well, they don't kill Winston, but like
Yeah.
they attack. I can't remember what they attack Winston's hotel.
It's continental.
Yes, and the lady who John gave the rosary to,
Yeah.
they also attacked.
Okay.
Right. So
yeah.
the concierge is literally going after everyone that helped him.
Right. Yes.
And yeah, using these samurais,
To murder all of them. Well, not
samurai
murder.
assassins, right?
Yeah. Right.
Which is actually the plot of RoboCop 3. There's like, do you know the RoboCop law?
Nope.
All right, we in like a tangent within a tangent. Basically, like the corporation is being taken over by Japanese people,
Right.
and one of the the bad Japanese guy, because there's like a bunch of them. There's like a good Japanese guy and a bad Japanese guy.
Wow. Okay.
Right. So the bad guy, he has like an army of ninja assassins, but they're robots as well.
Whoa.
That he sends out to do assassinations.
That's kind of cool, actually.
And it reminded me a lot of that. Yeah, people don't like RoboCop 3.
Why?
It's a bad movie.
Fair enough.
But it's a very good idea, right?
Yeah, it is. If it's done well, it's a good idea, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so John and Halle Berry,
Yes.
they track down her, like, mentor or the person above her.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And they find out there's somebody called the one who sits above the table.
Yes.
The elder.
Yes.
Right? And they tell him how to go to the elder.
Yeah.
And that's the last we see of Halle Berry.
No.
Right? She leaves him at because it's somewhere in the desert.
Yeah.
She leaves him at the, like, base of the desert and
then
she
she
leaves.
leaves.
Yeah, she leaves him.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have, like, transport, so he's just walking and walking.
Yeah.
He walks for days or whatever, and then he gets to the elder.
Yeah.
Right? And he asks him, what can I do to, make this right?
Yeah.
And the elder says, you have to kill Winston.
Oh.
He, I can't remember what he says precisely. It's like maybe he's grown too powerful or something, or he forgets his place or something like that.
Yeah.
So to get him back, in line, well, not to get him in line, to kill him, to get everyone else to see, like, you should be in line.
Yeah.
Right? And John, as a show of, like, faith or, his commitment, he cuts off his finger.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
And he gives along with his finger, he gives his wedding ring to the elder.
Yeah.
And he sets off. But when he gets back to New York, he doesn't kill Winston.
Yes.
He helps Winston fight off the adjudicators.
His goons.
Well, it's a woman.
Goons.
No.
What?
The adjudicator is a woman.
Yes.
Her goons.
Her goons, yeah, that's...
Yeah, you said his goons.
Yes, and then I changed it after
you said his
new
goons
information
again.
Was... What? No, then I said her
Alright,
goons.
whatever, it doesn't matter.
Alright, okay, cool.
Yeah. So anyway, it all comes to, like... so John just basically fights a whole hotel of people.
Nice.
Right? They send him... like, these people... They're not like regular assassins. They come in like body armor. We actually see them in the Osaka hotel in this one,
right, okay, yeah.
Those guys in body armor,
yeah.
They're much harder to kill.
Right.
You have to get them like underneath the chin or something.
Okay, yeah.
Right. And yeah, so the adjudicator makes an offer to Winston.
Okay.
She's like, if you kill John Wick, you can have your hotel back.
Okay.
And Winston shoots him, and he falls off the building.
Okay.
And when they go to find his body's not there.
Okay.
But we actually find out he's been taken by the Bowery King.
Oh, alright.
Which is where we see him at the beginning of this movie.
Yeah.
He's back to... He's like hitting a rope, I think.
Maybe? I don't know.
That's how the movie opens.
I thought it opened with him killing the elder.
Yeah, that's before that.
Oh, okay.
He's like hitting a rope.
Oh, yeah, okay, yes.
Where,
he's in that, like, dark dungeon place.
Yes, Lawrence Fishburne comes and gives him, like, a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
That's the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how this movie ends. With them linking up.
Okay.
I forgot to get the, how much it cost, how much it made for this one.
But an amount.
Yeah. But yeah, the point I was making is the budget goes up every time and the returns go up every time.
Yeah.
And the length of the movie.
But yeah.
So, again, we need to discuss race.
Okay.
So, do you know Donnie Yen?
No.
He plays Kane in this movie, the blind.
The
blind assassin, right?
Yes.
So, there's people calling for him to be boycotted. This doesn't really have to do with this movie, but he hosted the Oscars a few weeks ago. Oh, he was a host at the Oscars.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so a lot of people are upset about that. So I thought I would mention it in relation to this.
Right.
Right. He was in a 2012 Hong Kong film called All's Well That Ends Well.
Yeah.
And he was doing blackface.
Okay.
And yeah, again, just because he's in this movie, I thought I'd address it just in case there's people who may want to know this, right?
Yeah.
So, do you know what a minstrel show is?
No.
So, the minstrel show, also called minstrelsy, was an American form of racist theatrical entertainment developed in the early 19th century. Each show consisted of comic skits, variety acts, dancing, and music performances that depicted people specifically of African descent. The shows were performed by mostly white actors wearing blackface makeup for the purpose of playing the role of black minstrels. There were also some African American performers and black-only minstrel groups that formed and toured. Minstrel shows stereotyped blacks as dim-witted, lazy, buffoonish, cowardly, superstitious, and happy-go-lucky. Right?
Right.
So that's why people are upset about blackface. Whenever there's an instance of blackface, this is why, because it has its origin in minstrelsy.
Yeah.
Right. That's why blackface is wrong.
Yeah.
So the first thing I would say is you're correct too. If you feel, you're totally anti-blackface and you want to boycott the movie, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm totally correct too. The same way about Avatar, I was saying, what was
with the blue face.
Yes, the blue face, right? If you want to boycott the movie, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
So if you have like 100% non-tolerance policy regarding blackface, that's fine.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not gonna say anything to you. You're correct to do this.
Yeah.
Right? But in defense of this guy,
okay.
Right? The first thing is, so this was in Hong Kong.
Yes.
Which is China.
Yes.
Right? I don't think China has like cultural context for blackface in the same way like America and Western world would have.
Yeah.
So I don't think they view it in that same way of minstrelry.
They probably don't.
Right. And in in the context of that movie, Donnie Yen is like a washed up actor who's doing like outlandish things to like keep his career alive. It's more like the joke is on him as opposed to
him making fun of someone else,
like another race or black people specifically in this case.
Yeah.
Right. So if you remember during Avatar, my line for a boycott was doing harm to a community. Right.
Yes.
So I don't believe that him doing blackface in that movie is doing harm to a community. Right. It's not being deliberately used to belittle and demean people.
Yes.
Right. It's in the context of the movie, it's more to demean himself.
Right.
Right. So that's my reading of it. But like I said, if you are totally 100% against blackface, it doesn't matter about the context. Then you're totally right to boycott if you want. Right. Yeah. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not. Well, I don't know why I would. But I'm just making the argument why. Why we're not boycotting this movie.
Yes.
Because, I'd like that to be on the table.
Okay.
The final point isn't context. It's what's the opposite of context? So like context gives you information you need to know before a thing.
Yes.
Right. But what is information you only know about because of that thing?
I don't know. It's just like learning, I guess.
Well, it's just like a fun fact.
Yeah.
Right. It's just additional information.
Okay.
Right? So do you know where Mamelodi is?
Yes.
It's a place near Pretoria, or well, if you're an international listener, right? After apartheid ended, Pretoria was renamed to Tshwane.
Yes.
But like a lot of people were just used to calling it Pretoria. So like just now like I said Pretoria, but yeah, it's supposed to be called Tshwane.
Yes.
And there's a area near there called Mamelodi.
Yes.
Right? And a few years ago there were a bunch of like gang related killings.
Mm-hmm.
And the rumors began to spread that there was a vigilante cleaning up the streets. And they gave him the nickname John Wick.
Nice.
So yeah, I just remember from time to time we'll see trending on Twitter John Wick and Mamelodi. So the thing is the killing stopped.
Right.
So the working theory is that he was just like a member of a rival gang.
Okay.
So he's not like cleaning up the streets. He was just like getting revenge for like whatever, beef that they may have had with another group.
Yeah, a different guy.
Right.
Although, he could have done business at the Mamelodi Continental. And then been excommunicado.
Yes.
Who knows?
Yes, who knows? Alright. So, finally we're at the movie.
Finally.
Let me just check the time. An hour and 10 minutes. Fucking hell, bro. Not a good use of... alright, when I was telling Thailand before, like a few weeks ago, I said, look, we want to try getting, a podcast to be an hour. We haven't even started with the movie. It's been fucking an hour and 10 minutes. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Alright.
Right.
The opening scene.
Let's get this stuff.
So we catch back up with John.
Yeah.
The Bowery King is just walking around shouting some bullshit. Like at the beginning. He's just like, I think it's a religious thing. Which I don't know anything about. Like, even if I could put together the words he was saying, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Right, and John is training, he's hitting that rope, remember? There's blood on his hands, because he's been hitting it so much. Right? Yeah. I really love the horseback killing sequence.
That's so cool, yeah.
Every movie finds new and inventive action sequences.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is very cool. We've never had something like this before.
It is.
Right. And also just because I recently watched all of these, right?
Yeah.
And we meet the Elder.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Because it's not the same actor who plays the Elder in the third one.
Okay.
Right. But then he says he's the new Elder, and the previous one, he says something like they address it within the movie. So I was like, oh, alright.
Fair
and
enough.
It also reinforces the theme.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to.
Okay.
But, well, we can say it now, right?
Sure.
There's no way to kill the table.
Because they'll just be replaced.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the same way, well, here's our metaphor for the real world, right?
Right.
So, capitalism.
Yes.
You have people like Elon Musk.
Yes.
Who's a singular billionaire.
Yes.
If we killed Elon Musk and redistributed his money...
Not that we would.
That's not a threat. Right? Right. Good saying. Yeah. Good save. Not that he needs to save anything. But yes, he is a symptom of the problem.
Yes.
The problem is the system which, allows people like him to get into positions of power.
Yes.
Similarly, John, even if he killed everyone, the concept of crime still exists.
Yeah.
So, they would still get new people.
Yeah.
In the same way, the Elder died, and now there's a new Elder.
Yeah.
So people are just constantly getting replaced. So there's no way to kill the table.
Yeah.
Which was kind of the idea in not in the first one, in the third one.
Okay.
Well, I think we're still under the impression in the third one that the entire table can be killed.
Right. Okay.
And every movie is just gonna be like the next person on the table. But yeah. This fourth movie takes a turn where it's like, well, you can't kill everyone, so what can you do to get out?
Yeah.
And I really like that idea. That I don't want to call it a twist because it's just the.
It's the beginning of the movie. Yeah, it can't be a twist.
Yeah, it's just the plot of the movie that you need. You need another way to exit instead of killing everyone at the table.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, like I said, he also explains the stakes of the movie. The only way John can escape is in death.
Yeah.
Right? Koji, who's the manager of the Osaka Continental, later says in the movie, you can't just kill the table, more people will just show up. Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So I really enjoyed this opening scene. Except for the fact that, you'd think the Elder would be more, heavily guarded.
Nah.
You'd think, one guy. But I understand he's John Wick. He's, a badass. He's the baddest motherfucker alive, right? But still, I can't remember how many. I think it was like maximum 5 people that were there.
It was not a lot. Yes. Yeah. The whole all the guys on horses and that is it.
Very poor operation security.
Yeah.
Going on with that.
What if he came from the other direction? Then the horse guys wouldn't have seen him. So, like,
Still very poor.
poorly guarded.
Yeah, I don't like it, but whatever. Well, but I mean, again, if he dies, he's just going to be replaced. So
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe they don't care that
they're
much
like,
about him.
he's just one guy. But I don't really understand this point of why is there a person above the table? What does that even mean?
I actually have no idea because, like, the table does everything anyway.
Yeah.
So why would they need someone above him?
Yes, and how did they get in that position? There's a lot of things going on where I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Maybe it's like originally there was like a really powerful assassin, and then he created the table to run things.
Well, assassins are just like, hired guns.
Yeah, I guess.
The table is like crime families,
Yeah,
so it's not necessarily assassins.
yeah,
But anyway, look, there's still gonna be a lot of like spin-offs.
yeah,
So we're gonna eventually find out the law of the world, and so
yeah,
I just want to like point that out. It's not like I assume they'll eventually resolve this. It's not like a big
Yeah.
deal.
yeah. It will one day be figured out by someone somewhere.
Anyway, the next thing is Clancy Brown. He's a legendary voice actor.
Yeah,
I know him most famously as being Lex Luthor in the DC animated shows, but
reasonable.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
also, like in Thor Ragnarok,
Yeah,
he's Surtur,
right. Yeah,
the big red monster.
yeah,
Right, so he's just like
He's
go
just-
look at his filmography. Just a bunch of iconic. Well, he does actually act in real life as well, as
Okay.
evidenced by this movie.
Yeah.
Right, he does do real life acting.
yeah,
Right. He's also missing a finger.
yeah. You see
So-
it when he puts down the thing.
Yes. So I don't know. Is he like in the same way as like John Wick, where he went to the Elder and pledged allegiance and cut off his finger, or what is that in relation to? I wonder.
Yeah, I don't see what else it could be in relation to. But I also don't watch the second and third movies.
but
So.
no, this is the first time Clancy Brown showed up.
Then I don't know, because that's the only thing I could think of.
But and John did that to get out of trouble.
Yeah,
So I assume this guy was in trouble and did the same thing.
yeah, probably.
But then I think he'd walk away from the table because
Yeah,
they cut my finger. Or I cut my finger. But yeah, well, never mind. Again, not a big deal. Whatever. This is
Yeah.
just speculation. We
Yeah.
don't even know what the finger missing means.
yeah.
Um,
That might also be something that is looked at later on.
He tells Winston that the hotel has been condemned by the Marquis Vincent de Gramont,
Yeah,
played by Bill Skarsgård. That's just like a weird Frenchman.
yeah.
But
It's so weird.
he has like very... Well, he's Swedish in real life.
Yeah,
But I was going to say he has like very Northern European features.
can't possibly imagine why.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm saying in movie, maybe he could be Belgian.
Yeah, I guess.
They also speak French in Belgium.
Yeah,
So he's a weird Belgian man.
yeah, it could be.
Far worse than a weird Frenchman, a weird Belgian man. And we're speaking about Tintin. Tintin is Belgian.
When was like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, in our Oscar Patreon episode, right?
Right.
We were speaking.
yeah, we were speaking about.
No, we weren't. This was in the recommendations last week.
Was it?
Yes,
Okay.
I was saying I watched Spielberg movies
Yeah.
and I watched Tintin.
Oh yes. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Tintin is a Belgian.
Oh, good to know.
And he looks exactly like Kevin De Bruyne, who's also a Belgian.
Coincidence?
Yeah.
I think not.
But anyway, so maybe, the Marquis. But Marquis and Vincent de... What's his name? De Gramont seems very French. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
He does.
Maybe he legally got his name changed because he wants to seem more French.
Maybe. But he's actually secretly Belgian and it's all a ruse.
I'm just thinking, my only frame of reference is the French national team. There's not a lot of blonde players. Except for like Griezmann, but he's dyed his hair blonde. All the people with blonde hair in the French national team have dyed their hair blonde.
Yes.
There's no natural blondes in France. That's why I'm looking at this guy very very sus, bro. The marquee. Right, but we're getting distracted.
Hey, come on, let's okay.
We need to be serious here. Right?
Right.
Clancy Brown tells Winston that the hotel is being condemned by
Yes.
in response to John killing the elder.
Yes.
Right? The table has given him the authority and resources to kill John Wick.
Yes.
And later on in the movie he says it's not to kill John Wick, it's to kill the idea of John Wick.
Yes.
So if there's like somebody who wants to rebel against the table, they will think about John Wick. Right? Yes. They killed him, and they killed everybody near him.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't want people in the future to rebel against the table.
Yeah.
Very
makes sense.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he says it at one point. I'm maybe misquoting him here, but he says something like the bloodshed was the point, or
okay.
But I took it as like the cruelty was the point, right?
Yeah.
Killing those people was the point of what we're doing here.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Clancy Brown says the bloodshed was unnecessary, and he says the bloodshed was the point.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I should have paid more attention.
Maybe.
Maybe. But once again, this is a second-rate podcast. I'm sorry if you came here looking for like deeply researched, well thought out.
Nope, not us. Find somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm just trying to search my mind for what I saw. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, Winston and his concierge Sharon, played by Lance Reddick. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he passed away like a week after the movie came out.
Yeah, it was so sad.
So yes, I know him from The Wire.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah, obviously a very well-known actor, and all the cast only had very complimentary things to say about him.
Yeah.
He's just like a true pro.
Oh.
And so yeah, you see like a tribute to him in this movie, which has this like extra like significant layer because he died in real life.
Yeah.
And it's like, tributing him, the actor,
yeah.
In the movie, which I don't know.
Yeah.
You obviously don't want that to happen. You don't want to die, but
yeah.
It's nice that there was a tribute for him.
It was a little touch. Yeah.
Yeah, so they summon to meet the Marquis.
Yes.
And before they meet him, there's this touching scene where, Winston is saying about Ned Kelly's last lines.
Yeah.
Such is life.
Yeah.
And then Charon says, such is life. And I'm like, he's gonna die! Oh my god, he's gonna die! Indicating that he's content and like...
it is what it is.
Like the Biggie album. Ready to die. Right?
Yeah.
The Marquis explains that the High Table has given it unlimited resources to find in John Wick. He chastises Winston for his failure to assassinate John. As punishment, the Marquis strips Winston of his duties as manager, declares him excommunicado, destroys the Continental, and executes Charon.
Yeah.
The Marquis then travels to Paris and enlists Kane, played by Donnie Yen. We were talking about it.
We were, yes.
A blind retired high table assassin to kill his old friend John, threatening to murder Kane's daughter otherwise.
How could they?
So yeah, he was like the first scene we see him in. He's like sitting in the park.
Yeah.
And there's a girl nearby playing the violin.
Yeah.
We have to assume that's his daughter, and he's not allowed to go near her.
Yeah.
In the same way, Halle Berry in the third one wasn't allowed to go near her daughter because they might use it as like leverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still used it as leverage here.
Unbelievable.
Right. So, I don't want you to get me wrong. This upcoming scene,
okay.
I think it's very cool.
Yeah.
So everything I'm saying, keep in the back of your mind that I think it's cool.
Okay.
Right. I just think it was very unnecessary. Right.
What was? No.
The Osaka Continental.
Okay.
There's a much leaner version of this movie, right? Where that's Winston, or that's the concierge dies there.
Yes. Okay.
Sharon.
Yeah.
Like they do it at the New York Continental.
Okay.
That the same idea that happens at the Osaka Continental.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. A much leaner movie.
Yeah.
Instead of having two scenes where the New York one, gets blown up.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the movie, he, the Marquis signs a thing that allows the New York one to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
So it's like there was no need for this, right? You could have just made this much shorter.
Yeah.
And especially since we were saying, I don't know if I mentioned to you this before we started recording or during recording, that
We'll find out.
there's a lot of things I'll say, I just want to cut this, I want to cut that. That's the majority of what...
yeah, I'm pretty sure
I was
that was
saying,
during the recording.
yeah. So yeah, this is it. Yeah, but like I said, it's very cool. That scene...
Yeah, that whole fight scene in the Osaka Continental is really cool. But then it also, I mean, yeah, they could have done it somewhere else and like fitted it into another scene. But it also sets up Akira.
Yeah,
Right
but
at the
again, okay, so this is the thing, right? The same thing happens in the Marvel movies.
Okay.
They'll take a 15-minute detour and like set up the next movie. Just have an in-movie trailer for the next movie.
Yeah.
Right? I don't like that.
Okay.
I just think maybe they could make her own movie and then have John Wick show up as like a cameo.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Taking 15 minutes out to set up the plot of another movie just doesn't sit right with me. It's the same thing that happened with Iron Man 2, the same thing that happened with Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Where they just go out of their way and they start
doing random other things to then.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with the plot of the movie.
Yeah.
But again, it was very cool.
It was so cool.
Right, obviously they had to go to Osaka for like the colors and stuff like that. I was saying earlier that it takes a lot of inspiration from John Woo and The Matrix. So they were also inspired by a lot of like Japanese. Osaka's in Japan, right?
Yes.
I don't want to...
Yes, it is in Japan. Don't worry about it.
Right. So they take a lot of inspiration from Japanese culture.
Okay.
And I thought they were trying to like pay homage to that by going to Japan and having those fight scenes there. So like I understand it, but like I just really think it could have been done in a much cleaner way without all these extra scenes. This could have been a tight 2 hours.
They
could have cut out 40 minutes off of this movie, bro. It was just, and I guess spoiler alert, I think this might be the last movie.
Well, I mean, Keanu Reeves has come out and said... okay, yeah.
We'll get to it, right?
Yeah.
But the point being... what was the point?
You said spoiler alert, and then you went, I think this might be the last movie.
Yeah,
so,
before I said spoiler alert.
That you don't get the reason that they went to the Osaka Continental.
Yeah.
And the whole detour thing.
Whatever. Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's just carry on.
Cool.
Similarly, the entire character of Mr. Nobody was just unnecessary. I'm telling you, if they took the entire Osaka portion and Mr. Nobody out of this movie, nothing changes.
Yeah, I mean, it probably doesn't, but Mr. Nobody is so cool.
Yeah, fair enough. And he also has like a book with like the overcode on it that he's using to track.
Oh, that's what that was.
Well,
I would have known if I'd seen all this.
No, that's just me presuming. It's just certain things that were written there. Maybe it's his own book that he's just writing things down that he's seen.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe that's not the overcode.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. But again, I'm pretty sure he's going to be set up for some spin-off of some kind.
Probably. Because he's really cool. I like him.
But again, unnecessary. Like the entire Osaka scene, this entire character, if he didn't exist, he like saves John Wick a few times, right?
Yeah.
That could have been accomplished by,
literally anyone else.
Yeah, any other character. Or just like something distracts the god. Or not the god, the person who's fighting John Wick.
Yeah.
Something distracts her and John gets the upper hand.
Yeah.
Right? It's...
Yeah.
But, yeah, like you said, it's cool.
He's so cool.
And like we were saying with Shazam last week, it doesn't have to connect to anything.
Yeah.
It's just as long as something's cool. But this is connecting to things and it's cool. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
So there's an implied relationship. Well, okay. The Marquis guys show up with Kane to investigate the Osaka Continental.
Yes.
To check if they're harboring John Wick.
Yeah.
Right? And there's some sort of implied relationship between Koji and Kane.
Yeah.
But it's unclear what that is.
Yeah.
In this, I want to say that they're brothers.
Yeah.
The reason... Okay, the first thing is Koji and his daughter.
Yeah.
They don't refer to each other as father and daughter, right?
Yeah.
They say, tell your daughter... tell my daughter this.
Yeah.
And she says, tell my father this or something.
Yeah.
So this guy is already very weird about communicating.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yes.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is he tells Donnie Yen that he doesn't understand the meaning of brotherhood.
Yeah.
Right? And later, Cain kills him.
Yeah.
And in the Bible, Cain killed his brother.
And you said you know nothing about religion.
Yeah. Well, how did you know that was about religion if you didn't know also?
Because I grew up Christian.
Alright. Well, it's in a lot of movies and stuff.
That is also true.
Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yes, then we see an excellent action sequence killing the French henchman.
Yeah.
I was trying to put it together.
For a henchman.
French henchman just makes Frenchman. When you put it together. And guys with armor, so the guys with armor, at the end of John Wick 3 show up, and there's a fight with them and John and Koji's daughter.
Yeah.
And Donnie Yen was eating noodles. I had a good chuckle at that, bro. Everyone is going wild, and he's there eating food. Right. Then he just has a mad scene in the kitchen, where, and I also saw a lot of times where the easier way would have been just to shoot somebody.
Yeah.
And then he'll just punch them 10 times. It's wild how many times they did that. Right. And we cut back to John Wick and the concierge, Koji's daughter. Her name is Akira. Yes, I remember
Akira.
now, right?
Yep.
An extremely cool fight sequence. So, and then eventually it's just John versus the Marquis guys because I think Koji comes and picks up.
Yeah.
Or
she picked him up.
That's what I can't remember who picks who up.
They were holding each other.
And Koji says to leave.
Yeah.
And John is like, I'll stay and fight. And he's like, don't something about my...
don't, dishonor my gift or something.
Yes, something like that, right? And then... So they leave, and it's just John versus the Marquis men.
Yeah.
Cool fight sequence again.
Yeah.
Right. There's we should just say all the fight sequences in every movie is great, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single one I didn't like.
Yeah.
In every movie, in every scene, it's always something new, inventive. Like we said this already, right?
Yeah.
But it's always. We have to talk about John Wick as being one of, if not the best action franchise of the past 20 years.
Yeah.
It's that good. It's only plot elements and pacing, that kind of stuff that lets it down. But the action sequences, 10 out of 10 every time.
The action is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Then so he fights those guys, and eventually it's just John versus King.
Yeah.
And the tracker saves him.
Yeah.
So once again, this could have just been anybody or anything. Like a piece of the ceiling could have fell on top of. There's no need for the tracker.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's just cool.
Yes. Again, I get it. Then eventually, Cain and Koji get in a fight.
Yes.
To me, this is the best fight of the movie.
Okay.
Maybe of the series.
Okay.
Nah, that's a big call.
With the swords.
Yes. It's very Yojimbo.
Okay.
It's a samurai movie.
Okay.
And
cool.
samurai movies in general. It's that type of fight.
Right, okay.
Also in The Mandalorian last season.
Okay.
Did you watch The Mandalorian?
Nope.
Alright, well, Ahsoka and a guy had a fight like that.
Okay.
I love when there's like a stage
Yeah.
and they circle each other and it's so cool.
It's like
so cool.
proper old school sword fight. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Then he tells his daughter, or Kane tells the daughter, "No, live. I'll be waiting for you."
Yeah.
Right, and then she meets John on the train
Yeah.
and tries to do the same trick the loony left Metcaina did to Paya Khan. Right? She says her father is dead because of something John did. So in a way, John killed her father. And that's what they did to Paya Khan. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate them and I hate it. Right? So, yes. The tracker pulls his hand out. Oh, yes. So maybe the worst part of this movie.
Oh my goodness.
In the same way as last week, that guy, he had a piece of wood underneath his finger. This just pissed. Oh, it made me upset. It made me upset.
It's just.
Oh, God.
It's disgusting.
So, yes, the Marquis stabs his hand, and then I can't remember what he says, but he says something like, it's like a test.
Yeah.
It's like, will you pull out the knife or will you pull your hand out?
Yeah.
And he pulls his hand out and he cuts his hand.
Oh, it's so gross.
Imagine, it becomes like a Spock.
Yeah.
Live long and prosper head. I don't like it.
It's disgusting.
Take it away.
Yeah.
I don't like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Why did they do this to us?
I don't know.
That's
one of the things they could have cut out.
Yes.
100%.
It didn't make me feel good.
Yeah.
Right.
That's very uncomfortable.
Anyway, they have a tribute to Sharon.
Yeah.
And like I said, Lance Reddick, extra layer of significance because he passed away.
Yeah.
And Winston reinforces the theme of the movie. But this time, gives him a concrete plan on how to end the cycle. Instead of like being like, oh, you can't kill the table. It's like, there's an actual way you can get out of it, right?
Yeah.
And he says he needs to do a duel with the Marquis. And to do so, he has to meet up with his previous crime family and,
He has to be part of a crime family in
Yes.
order to initiate the duel.
Yes.
Yes.
And I kind of hated this part.
Okay.
The whole like Berlin sequence.
Okay.
Going to kill that guy, Killer.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I just think either just take it out or like, because I know he has to do something to earn his way back in.
Yeah.
But that sequence, I think, was just done so poorly.
Okay. Unpack that a bit. Why?
Right. So
Okay.
he gets to Berlin.
Yes.
He meets with the Roscoe crime family.
Yeah. Yes.
They send him to kill the person who murdered that lady's father.
Yes.
That she was his
Adoptive sister.
adoptive sister, right?
Yes.
When he was in the John Wick, we're talking about. When
Yes.
he was in the crime family, that was his adopted sister.
Yes.
Now she wants John Wick to kill the man who killed her father,
Yes.
right?
So kill the guy who killed his adoptive father, basically.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we don't know. Maybe that's her real father, and they were adoptive brother and sister within the crime family.
Yeah.
So maybe her parents weren't, linked to the crime world. And that guy Killer killed.
Oh, just some random guy,
Yeah.
not part of the family.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he has no relation to John Wick.
Yeah.
Either way, it's the I just think it felt like a video game, like a fetch quest.
Yeah.
You have to go do this.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah.
But
Once again, it's cool. Yes. It's cool. I get it, bro. I get it. I'm just saying 2 hours and 40 minutes. Fucking hell.
it's
Every time, like, as I was watching, I'm like, you could cut this out. There's no need for this.
yeah.
And it was so just, like, convenient, in where they have a Mexican standoff.
Yeah.
How they were all there.
Yeah.
Like, that part, I didn't like it. I didn't like how they set it up. How
Okay.
that situation was resolved. Just everything about it was just... I agree that they should have, like I said, there should have been some tasks that he needed to do to get back. But the way it played out was...
They could have done it differently.
Yeah, better. Not differently, better.
I don't know. I quite enjoyed it.
Fair enough. But like I said, it was cool. The fight was cool.
Yeah.
The only thing is, people are like watching hectic violence and just they carry on dancing. There's a lot of that where I was like, bro, I would run. I'm seeing these people in a mad fight shooting at each other. I'm getting the fuck out of there right then and there.
It's like in the first movie when they're in the Red Circle nightclub, and then
No,
when
but
they
people
start
run
shooting-
away. People run away.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody
Like,
ran away. They just watched it here.
Yeah, but that's what should have happened.
No.
No, not
Oh yes.
Yes. As in the nightclub, they should have run away.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. What's up with these fucking people?
I don't know.
Maybe this is like some kind of weird commentary on like
Life.
no, like on drug culture. Like these people are too drugged up to realize when there's danger. So
Maybe.
you shouldn't do drugs because you might
Don't do-
you might get caught in a John Wick fight and you'll stand still and watch because you're too fucked up.
Don't do drugs, kids. That's the moral of the story here. Just don't do any drugs.
Yeah. But anyway, whatever the fuck that is, I don't like it.
Reasonable.
Right, and Winston uses the duel as like a way to get his hotel back. Just
Yeah.
very opportunistic.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, John will get his life back and he'll be left alone by the tail.
Yeah.
And also give me my hotel. Let me just sneak in a hotel there.
Yeah. Ah.
Right, and this guy was excommunicado, right?
Yes.
Winston.
Yes.
But he's always just showing up like and nobody's killing him.
He's showing up communicado.
Yes. And part of rebuilding the hotel is he becomes communicado again.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I'm like, why doesn't the Marquis kill him when he sees him?
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Although
Apparently, if they're sending a message that anybody who helped John Wick is in danger,
and he's helping John Wick.
He's
so-
helping John Wick, and he just shows up having a great time.
Yeah.
Right, and so they meet and they like flip over those things.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's just law, right?
Yeah.
This is what sets it apart from just a generic action movie with fighting and shooting. And
Yeah.
it's just this weird shit that may or may not be explained.
We'll find out.
Yes, we'll find out in the spin-offs, but yeah, just what the fuck does any of that mean? Why don't they just say, okay, I want to do this, and they're like, no, I don't want to do that. Just, whatever, have a nice little discussion. No, let's flip these weird tiles. Like, but yes, again, that's what's good about it. I'm not criticizing. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm celebrating it.
Yeah.
Yes. The next thing is
they nominate.
oh yes, they
Kane.
nominate Kane as
Yeah.
being the. So I like this.
Why?
It illustrates what a coward the Marquis is.
Yes.
Right.
Agreed.
That's one, and another thing will come up just now. Actually,
Alright.
I'll just say it now.
Alright, fair enough.
Right. The next action scene is of the Marquis sending guys to go kill John Wick before the duel can happen.
Yeah.
Proving what a double coward he is, right? He's not even the person in danger of dying at the duel, right?
Yeah.
He's just a guy with no honor.
Yeah.
He's just so that's one of the ones that I like, that action sequence, because it added to the movie as opposed to
Yeah.
the Osaka one and the one versus Killer.
Yeah.
This is actually telling us something about the movie.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And that being that the Marquis is a man of no honor,
Yeah.
not a good guy.
Not a good guy.
Yes.
Indeed. Yes.
Your thoughts?
The one, not gripe. I don't want to call it a gripe, but like the one thing I don't understand about this movie is why Kane didn't die way before this movie ever took place.
Oh my god! Are you doing ableism on the blind?
No, but
That's kind of fucked up, bro.
no. Wait,
Oh.
he's a blind assassin, right?
Yes.
Like when he goes to kill someone, and let's say they have bodyguards, how does he know?
That's the point. He's so good that even though he's blind, he's been alive this long. That's the point.
I know it's the point, but it just
Yes, I
feels
know.
so wrong.
Well, that's how much of a badass he is. He's blind and he's survived this long. That's what we're supposed to take from it. Well, I know people will poke holes like you just did.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like-
it's that's to show us how badass he is.
Okay.
But anyway, a really great joke is when John is going up the stairs. Bro, I just laugh every time. He gets the job, somebody just fucking throws him. He rolls and rolls and rolls and you think it's gonna stop, but he just keeps on rolling and rolling. Which, again, very nice extended metaphor for this, right?
Yeah.
Every time he just tries to kill people, more just spring up,
Yeah.
right? Which
Yeah.
is what this whole movie's been about, right? Every time John kills a bunch of people, more just replace him.
Yeah.
So the only way to get out of this is a duel,
Yeah.
and also or dying,
Well.
right?
Yeah.
That's what the elder said.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying there's two options.
Yes.
Then he, with the help of Cain, they get to the top, get to the duel,
Yeah.
and yeah,
And then he fights Cain.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Anyway, now I want you to throw your mind back
All right.
to the beginning of John Wick 3.
Oh, I haven't watched John Wick 3.
Yes, but I just described it.
Okay, yes.
Remember I said they shot the doctor in non-fatal places.
Yes.
Because he was...
Helping Andy
Yes.
wanted to
they didn't want...
make it seem like
yeah.
he was forced, yeah.
So John was shot in the same non-lethal places.
Whoa.
This is not my analysis, I just saw it online.
Oh, nice, okay.
Right, so I think this was the perfect ending.
Yeah.
I don't think this was the perfect movie,
Okay.
but the way it ended was perfect.
Okay.
It's... Well, I wish it was more unambiguous that he died.
Okay. Just kind of leave it to the imagination.
Mm.
Okay.
No. I'm saying he should definitively be dead.
Oh.
But it's ambiguous.
Alright, okay. Yeah.
It's ambiguous enough that he could still be alive.
Yeah.
That's why I'm bringing up the fact that he was shot in the non-lethal places.
Okay.
It makes you think like
He could still be
he
alive.
could still be alive. We don't see him physically die.
Yeah.
He just tells Winston, "Take me home,"
Yeah.
and he has like a flash of his wife.
Yeah.
Right? And we didn't even talk about the Marquis dying. Right? Once again, just being arrogant idiot. He
Yeah.
says, "I want the coup de grace."
Yeah.
So he goes and Winston just talks shit and John shoots. But that's what I'm saying. Anybody can cause a distraction and John will get the upper hand.
Yeah.
That's why we didn't need to. We didn't need Mr. Nobody. But yeah. Yeah, so John kills the Marquis.
Yeah.
He's free.
Yeah.
Winston gets hotel.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen gets to go back to his daughter.
Yeah.
It's a neat...
Yeah.
Everything's tied up in a neat bow.
Yeah.
John, in death, has escaped the table.
Yeah. If he dies.
If he's dead.
Yeah.
But they've also left the door just open enough that because the last scene of the movie is Lawrence Fishburne and Ian McShane at the grave,
Yeah.
wondering if he's in heaven or hell.
Yeah.
And then the dog like looks up and like.
Yeah.
So the prevailing theory is that he's there and the dog looked up at him, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I like that it's ambiguous enough that this is the end. Well, again, I wish it was less ambiguous, but I mean, I'm glad that he died.
You're glad that... Okay.
A death would have been the best way for him to go,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And, but I mean, in either case, this broke the cycle.
Yeah.
The table aren't after him anymore. Even if he's alive, he's out.
Yeah.
He's retired. So it doesn't matter which situation happened.
Yeah.
Just, he's out.
Right.
That's what
yeah.
he wanted.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's the perfect ending.
Makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yourself, your thoughts.
Yeah, I think it was a great movie. You said it was too long, but I personally, just because I like cool shit, I was engrossed in the movie the whole time, and it didn't even feel like 2.5 hours.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, that's...
Yeah, I'm... I don't hate the movie. I liked it a lot as well. I'm just saying this could have been better.
Yeah,
You know,
it definitely could have been.
there's places. I think. Well, on the other hand, I think okay, this is the last movie,
Yeah.
so they want to
Okay.
be a little bit indulgent and have these cool action sequences because they're not gonna get another chance.
Yeah.
So, go big because this is your last
Because
chance.
you're going home.
Yes. So maybe the runtime was justified, and I'm just being a crank. But yeah, I just really felt like it could have been leaner. But
Okay.
anyway,
Yeah.
any other thoughts?
No, I think we've covered pretty much everything. Yeah, just that Kane must spend a fortune on bullets, and that's really it. Yeah.
So rude to the blind. Wow.
Because he, like, every time he's shooting at something, he's not like shooting straight. He's more like spraying.
All right, another peek behind the curtain for our listeners. My co-host, he's a glasses wearer. So he's trying to, what's the word, like get one up on somebody. He sees a blind person as like less than him, below him, because he's jealous of people with regular sight. He sees a blind person, he's like, oh yes, finally, someone to bully, right? I don't feel that way, I see this is why he keeps bringing it up, but anyway, so are we done here or anything else?
No, I would say, well, we have recommendations.
Yeah, but I mean within the movie.
Yeah, within the movie, I would say that we are done.
Alright. So, recommendations. Do you have anything?
Recommendations. I watched Murder Mystery 2 last night.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, it was alright. It's it's an Adam Sandler movie, so it's kind of goofy and a bit, what's the word? Like clunky. But I enjoyed it, It was good for me. Because it's
Good.
just...
Oh, so it was good, comma, for you.
Yeah,
When you say that, it's like...
good for me.
like medicine.
Yeah.
This one of my favorite videos, right, is like this little chubby kid, right?
Alright.
He was like on some type of reality show
Yeah.
with like wife swap or like
Right.
something,
Yeah.
and I think maybe he got a super nanny who came in,
Okay.
and he's upset because like she took the bacon away. Right? He's like, she thinks that she's the queen and we're the sorry people.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Bacon is good for me. That's what I was thinking now when you were like, what did you say?
That it's good for me.
This
That
movie
by
was
Adam
good for
Sandler.
me. That's what and then he was trying to take away this movie from you. And you were like, Murder Mystery is good for me.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable movie.
Alright, anything else?
No, that's really about it. Although, I watched the series a while ago. I don't think I've spoken about it, but I think it's a game changer.
Alright, what's it called?
It's called Kaleidoscope.
Have you heard that, listeners? Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope.
Everyone out there definitely watch that movie.
The game is-
Fantastic.
TV show.
Oh yeah, TV show.
You said movie.
I'm sorry.
The game
Yes.
changed so much, it became a movie. Alright.
Yeah. What about you?
So, the first thing is I watched a movie called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh God. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I like the idea of this.
Okay.
Because it used to be that after an artist dies,
Yes.
there'd be a 50-year period where
Yes.
they'd be under copyright.
Yeah.
And after 50 years, their work goes into the public domain.
Yes.
Because, like, they want, if you have, like, a family,
Yeah.
they need to be, like, looked after you die.
Yeah.
So after the artist's death, for 50 years,
They get the
and then
royalties.
after the 50th year,
Go ham.
yeah, right, like, they should have moved on by now.
Yeah.
That's the idea. And anyone can use anything. So, like,
Right.
that's why you see, like, I'm thinking, like, King Arthur is always getting adapted.
Yeah.
What else? Like,
All the Shakespeare stuff.
Robin Hood, all the Shakespeare stuff,
Yeah.
right? But the Disney Corporation lobbied to have this change.
Okay.
Because they're like, why should we stop making money?
Yeah.
Ever. Right, and so yeah. I like when somebody's using IP that was
Previously owned.
yeah,
by
in
Disney.
the public domain.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah.
this movie has gotten very, very bad reviews.
Yes.
Like,
it has.
and I kind of liked it. Right.
Interesting. Okay.
There's like, it's always on a very, very small budget. So
Yeah.
I'm not expecting like Avatar, right? Of course, it's not going to be like that level of production, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of like very good shot composition
Okay.
and practical effects,
Okay.
and like I think it's like an effective horror.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, it's not great, but it's not like
It's
awful.
not as bad as the
Yeah.
critics are making it seem.
Yeah, I gave
Yeah.
it like, well, I gave it a 5.
Okay. It could have been worse.
Yes.
Yeah. Reasonable.
The next thing is, well, I listened to a podcast called Blank Check.
Right.
Maybe we should bleep that out. We shouldn't be giving free promo
Yeah, definitely.
to other podcasts. But yeah, so basically they go through directors' filmographies.
Okay.
So basically I watch along with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone back and like gone through their, I want to call it discography, but their entire catalog, right?
Right.
And I've watched alongside while they watch movies,
Yeah.
right? And
Right.
they're currently doing Danny Boyle.
Okay.
So if you remember a few weeks ago, I spoke about Sunshine.
Yeah.
And then the next time we recorded, I hadn't watched the next week's
Wow,
episode,
okay,
right?
yeah.
Which was Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
So I read the book in matric for my
Like you said,
it was my set book,
yeah.
and the movie is far better. They're like,
Okay.
the book is like a lot of like heavy child abuse and like sexual abuse, and like it's really very horrific.
That's upsetting.
Yes, and
Right.
then this movie turns it into like a love story.
Aww.
Oh, not the abuse into a love story. Like cuts out the abuse and, puts
then
in a
it
love
becomes
story.
okay.
It
Yeah.
doesn't turn the abuse into a love story. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So it won Best Picture that year,
Okay.
and that generated a lot of hatred
Okay.
because that's the year The Dark Knight was.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Well, came out, right?
Yeah.
And The Dark Knight wasn't even nominated for an Oscar.
Unbelievable.
So there's a lot of people who feel as if though, well, first of all, they fucked up by not even nominating, but they have like ill will towards Slumdog Millionaire,
Yeah.
which, you know, whatever.
Fair enough.
You know,
You
I'm not going to tell you how to feel. There's lots of movies that won that year, or
Yeah.
you know, a specific year, and I look at the nominees and I look at like my list of movies that I've rated, and I'm like, wow, that movie didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
And I feel and I have beef for. So I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna begrudge you if you hate Slumdog Millionaire because of The Dark Knight. Yeah, but yeah, I have a lot of beef with the, you know, undeserving Best Picture winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so a movie that should have won Best Picture.
Oh my. Okay.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
Really?
It came out on streaming on Tuesday.
Okay.
I watched it twice this week.
Wow.
On Tuesday night when I got back from work,
Yeah.
after the gym,
Yeah.
got in there, 3 hours.
Just cranked it out.
I had a
3
great
hours.
time. Then
Fair.
on Friday, my cousin,
Yeah.
not my co-host, a different cousin, came over to my house and we watched the 2 Avatar movies.
Ah.
Yeah, never seen it.
Wow. Okay, so he spent a while here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah,
That's pretty cool.
watch Avatar 2. Amazing.
So,
Yeah.
what, you're at like 17, 18 watches now?
17 watches.
17 watches.
Yes. The last thing is, I started a TV show.
Okay.
I only got through the first 5 episodes of season 1. I'm gonna continue. Right, but it's called Succession.
Okay.
It's HBO's premiere show at the moment.
Oh, okay.
So you know, like Game of Thrones was their premiere show for many years,
Yeah.
and before that, like in the early 2000s, The Sopranos was their
Yeah.
flagship. That's the word I was looking for.
Flagship, yes.
Their flagship show.
Yeah.
So Succession is their current flagship show.
Okay.
And it came out, I think, in 2019 or 2018.
Okay.
Whatever, it doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
The point
yeah.
being, it's in its final season now.
Okay.
And season 4, episode 1 happened last week, Sunday.
Right.
So I'm trying to catch up. So I can just jump on this bandwagon right ahead. Right. I did something similar with the Better Call Saul.
Okay.
I'd never seen it, and I just waited until the final season started.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do it, but I just waited, and Better Call Saul is unbelievable. Watch that as well. But yeah, Succession is good. I don't know. People have it like as their number 1 of all time.
Okay.
And I'm like,
There's been a lot of stuff in all of time.
Bro, okay. Can I name a few that's better than Succession?
Yeah, go for it.
But the other thing is I've only watched 5 episodes, so maybe in season 3 it picks up like heavily, or
Yeah.
So I don't want to judge too harshly, right?
Right.
But it's quite easily far behind like Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Which in itself is quite far behind Breaking Saul. Not Breaking Saul.
Breaking Saul. They just break a guy named Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, there's a lot of plot lines where gangsters are coming to beat him up. Saul. So the TV show could be called Breaking Saul. But yeah. Anyway, Better Call Saul is way better than Breaking Bad. And Breaking Bad is way better than Succession. So I'm just use that as your barometer.
Okay.
But I don't rate Breaking Bad that much, so what does that tell you about Succession?
That it's not that great in your...
Well, it's like a 8.5.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's good, it's great.
Yeah.
But it's just not like that top tier.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, don't think so.
Alright, so do you want to end the episode?
Alright, sure. Thank you for listening. Rate, review, and comment.
Subscribe.
And subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want more of us, I don't know why you would, but
hang on. Only 5-star reviews. I know he said review, but if you have a 4.5, get the fuck out of here. We're sick and tired of that. 4.5s. 4.5s, you don't really support the show. We need 5s. 5 out of 5. Right? Anyway, carry on.
Like, comment, subscribe if it's on YouTube, all that good stuff. Anyway, if you want more of us, you can find us, all our details and stuff on paicip-pod.github.io/site. That's paicip-pod.github.io/site. And there you can also find our Patreon, which is very important because if you subscribe to that, you get bonus content. Like the other week we did the Oscars, and we've got an Avatar 1 commentary as well.
Yeah, and upcoming is a Shazam commentary and a John Wick 1 commentary, which a little peek behind the curtain we'll be doing later today.
Let's go.
Well, we'll see.
Well, we'll figure it out and then go from there.
Yeah, so review in-app.
Yeah.
So if you have like Spotify, in the Spotify section, review there, and subscribe, comment, all the things,
Do all of the things.
You know the things. Come on. Don't pretend with me. You know the things. All right. Bye.